guys, Mark here. Brief introduction to RC helicopters. Now, flying RC helicopters is a load of fun, but when you first start out, it's just such a confusing hobby. So I'm going to just try to make it a little bit easier for you. So the helicopters you see here, these are all eSky helicopters. You can see here, this is the Llama V3. This is their 4-channel coaxial helicopter. They've got a couple other ones that are pretty much the same thing, just different body. Those ones are the Llama 4, the KOB, the Comanche, the Dolphin. They're all pretty much the same things. Like I said, just different body. They also have a big Llama, which is a little bit bigger. But again, it's still 4-channel coaxial. Then, the one we have up here, this is the eSky Honeybee Fixed Pitch version 2. This is what I recommend everybody start with, especially if you're looking to move up to the bigger helicopters. Single rotor helicopters and coaxial helicopters, they do fly different. And just if you want a little size comparison here, they're about the same height. Length is much different. But again, this is meant for indoors. This you can fly outside in light wind. Not this. But eSky Honeybee Fixed Pitch version 2 4-channel helicopter. Then we got, this is the Belt CP version 2. It's a 6-channel collective pitch helicopter. Now there's another helicopter they have, the Honeybee King, and they have a version 3 of that out. That one is just a little bit smaller than this, but that too is a 6-channel collective pitch helicopter. It's really, really similar to this, it's just a little smaller. The whole head design is the same. And then they also have a new helicopter coming out, the eSky 900. It is only going to sit about this tall. It's a 500 size helicopter. This is a 450 size helicopter. But this monster you see back here, this is the eSky eSmart. This is the best and biggest helicopter eSky makes. And you're going to see something pretty cool. This helicopter belongs to my buddy. It's my friend Brad's. And this is he's got a T-Rex 600 canopy on it. And that is a Dragon, I guess. But just something cool. So eSky eSmart, biggest, best helicopter. So when it comes to learning to fly, a lot of people ask, what's the best way to learn to fly? And this varies from person to person. There is no best way to learn to fly. There's easier ways to learn to fly, and that's what I went with. And I think the easiest way to learn to fly is to get yourself a flight simulator. Now this right here, this is a sim kit from eSky. You can get this, you can get it at Hobby Parts, XLA for like 20 bucks. It's USB powered. You plug this transmitter. It's got a normal transmitter that looks like those. You plug it into your computer. Comes with a program, and you can practice on your computer. You can learn all the basic stick directions, learn the basic controls needed to fly an RC helicopter, without ever actually having to spend any money fixing anything. Because again, these are hard, so you're gonna crash when you start trying to fly. So again, getting a simulator and being able to practice and learn the basic stick directions is really going to help you. So I like to get in this because, again, it's 20 bucks, it's USB power, so you don't need any batteries. You set it up on your computer and you leave it there. Another option, though, is when you buy the Honeybee Fixed Pitch or any of the 4-channel eSky coaxials, their transmitters also allow you to hook the transmitter, and they come with the simulator disc, the same sim program, and you hook the transmitters right to your computer and practice with that. So you can either start off with buying the $20 sim kit, and you can actually use this transmitter for different simulators other than the one that this comes with. This comes with a program called FMS, Flying Model Simulator. Well, you can use this with lots of different other simulator programs you can download and buy from the internet. So that's what's really nice about this. But then you can just go ahead and either buy, like I said, either of these helicopters. They both come with the simulator, so you can go ahead and, so then you got 2 in 1. You got the simulator and the helicopter. So you practice on the simulator, then you get out, break out the helicopter, actually try flying. So that's what I always tell people, is that's going to be your best bet, is to get one of the 4-channel eSky helicopters. Now I always tell people, get the Honeybee Fixed Pitch, because if you know you want to fly a bigger single rotor helicopter, then this is really what you're going to want to fly. This is what you want to start on. Now, the coaxial helicopters, they fly differently than the single rotor helicopters. So when you learn to fly on this, and then you want to move over to something like this, you're going to have to learn some of the how to fly it again all over again. So you can get really good with this, but then it's going to be starting back to square one when you get to something like this. So now a lot of people want to, are like, well, if I know that I want to fly single rotors, why not just buy a 6-channel helicopter now and not get, skip over the 4-channel? Well, the reason I always tell people to get 4-channel is this thing, first off, flight characteristics, a 4-channel single rotor helicopter flies just like the bigger 6-channel single rotor helicopters. The only difference is this will not fly upside down. Those will. But, again, this flies just like this. It's got half the parts. It takes not even a quarter of the time to set this up. You can set this up in under 5 minutes. Setting one of these things up can take up to 2 hours. It is a project. So there's a lot more parts on here. It's a lot more complex of a helicopter. And if it's not set up right, it's not going to fly. This thing is very forgiving. You can pretty much make it fly almost all the time regardless. So again, this is what I think you should start with. But a lot of people, they do like to start with the collective pitch helicopters. You may be one of those people that you just like to tinker with stuff, or you just like to mess with stuff, or you really want a challenge. Then starting with a collective pitch helicopter wouldn't be a bad idea. The thing is, if you've got local help, that's really going to help and make starting with a collective pitch helicopter easy. But you're going to crash a lot, and the money that you're going to spend in repairs on starting on a collective pitch helicopter would way more than pay for buying a single rotor fixed pitch helicopter. So now, again, this is my favorite beginner helicopter. You can learn all the basics of flying, and again, this is a trainer helicopter, but you can take this and mod this thing to make it a really, really, high performance 4-channel fixed pitch helicopter. They've got tons of mods out there to make this a really, really nice flyer. Or you can use it as a basic trainer and then move up to something like this. But the thing is, this is a durable helicopter. You can fly this and crash this, and chances are you're only going to break a $1, $2 part. Most times you're not going to break anything. Anytime you crash one of these things, you're going to break something. But again, some people just want to go straight to this. But you're not going to get bored flying like something like this. This is a lot of fun. A lot of people think that you get a 4-channel fixed pitch helicopter, you're going to get bored of it. You're not. Ask anybody that owns one and can fly one. These things are a ton of fun. Now, I think you'll get bored flying a coaxial, but that's just my opinion. But again, if you've got a small area, this is what you want. And then, with the single rotor helicopter, if you start with a 6-channel helicopter, if you've got the money and you've got local help, starting with something like this, it's going to be the quickest way to get to being able to fly big helicopters, single rotors. These things are so much stable. When it comes to single rotor helicopters, the bigger it is, the easier it is to fly. So this thing is just a dream to fly. But again, this thing, because it's so small and so simple, there's not a lot to break. You can learn, and this will help you get over your fear of crashing. Because you can just fly this thing. You're not going to worry about crashing it. When you're flying something like this, you're always worried about crashing. So it's hard to learn if you've always got that fear. This thing, you're going to get over that fear of crashing really quick. Because you're going to just be flying, and it's going to drop. Oh, okay, nothing broke. Cool. Start flying again. It's not going to happen with it. I'm not worried about it.
Look at that perfect landing.
I know. Didn't even knock over my car.
Well, you've seen I've learned how to idle it down quite a bit.
That's good too, because if you keep your throttle up when you crash, you'll blow that 4-in-1, and then you'll have to buy another one, and that costs like half the cost of the helicopter. Like the whole helicopter is like $90, and the 4-in-1's like $50.
Now that's nice to have on video. He's the expert pilot here. That's